Am I live? I think so. Yay! I need to reconfigure the way this looks sometime. What? Alright. It's been a while since I've been here. Been quite a while. And most of that is my own fault. uh, I have issues with sticking with one thing through to the end type thing. I've reached a point where what I was trying to do was try to play through an entire game, start to finish on stream. That's what I talked about near the end of the Minecraft ones. And that's what I was trying to do with the two, yes, only two, episodes of Breath of Fire. Had to think of the name for a second because I haven't touched that game since. That save file is still at the same place it was at the end of that last stream. But I have decided now I just need to stream something. Just something. I don't care what. I just want to stream something and I want to try to do it as often as I can just to get a library built up, just to get something built up. So what I'm going to do now is just play something for like an hour or so and then stream it while I'm playing it for like an hour or so. And I really need to see if I can figure out how to configure this so that I can actually see how long I've been going. Because I need to be able to see that part of it. While also being able to see this. There we go. I'll deal with that. A game I've been playing somewhat recently that you may and most likely have heard very little of or have never heard of is Quest 64. The RPG with a really actually interesting combat and gameplay mechanic that came out on the Nintendo 64. It's not the best RPG, not even remotely, but I find it interesting, and I'm not that far into it, so we'll see if I continue to find it interesting. I also don't know what I'm supposed to be doing in it right now, so this might just be me running around in circles for a little bit. Nav scene, looking for a game to capture, click on this, then I have to click back here, then I have to click on this again, and there we go! Quest 64! Yeah, I'm going to cut off that music now. I've never really listened to it that long. I always find it interesting that it starts you on new. It doesn't start you on continue, it doesn't start you on anything like that. It starts you on new, and you have to go to load. And yeah, I've been playing for 3 hours. Yep. You notice those 4 colored gems at the bottom, how there's a 2, a 1, a 43, and a 1? That'll come into play once I actually start playing. Yeah, it's not that much to look at. It's a Nintendo 64. But even compared to stuff on like the PlayStation 1, it's not much to look at. Is there anything up here worth getting? Because another interesting thing about this game, it's a very stripped down RPG in a sense, too. You do gain experience, but I don't think there's any way to check to see how much experience you have. The woods, rather running back to the monastery. Oh, okay. Because yeah, you started out in the monastery, you're like a monk or whatever in training, because it's a monastery. So, whatever. But you know how to use some magic. And I'm just wandering around, looking around, seeing what I find. There's not much to find in this game, because although you do gain experience, and I don't think... The game does tell you how much experience you have towards stuff. It's not how you would think you would gain experience, though. Oh yeah, I'm actually going to turn on the message and turn on the background music, because I had that off because I was listening to stuff in the background before. In fact, considering how loud my footsteps are in this game, that wonderful N64 music. Well, like I've been trying to say for a little bit. Ooh, I haven't heard the music in this area. There's no money. There's no system of money in this whatsoever. It's just experience. What do you have to say? Okay, so they're going to go to there. I'm not ready to go there yet. I have to try to figure out where this... There's a certain item you get, or something you're trying to find in the game. Oh, enemy encounter! Time to show you the very interesting mechanics. Alright. It is turn-based. It is entirely turn-based, but you get to move around freely while it's your turn. But I'm limited to move within this space here, which is, the size of the space is based on my agility score. Now, the way you choose how to fight is very interesting. Since I'm not playing on an N64, I don't have the yellow 4 buttons, the 4 directional buttons. I'm using the right stick on my controller. Depending on what direction I press on the right stick, I get a different spell. Down is water, which is the 43 there, so I have a lot of choices on down. Left is stone, or rock. Up is fire, and right is air, or wind. So, and then, you choose your spell, you press A, and cast it. And all the enemies don't go. You get every other turn. No matter how many enemies you're facing, you will go every other turn. Still not quite close enough, but I think this should hit 2 of them. Yeah, my water spell is very strong because the maximum for each one of those things is 50. When you level up, like actually gain a full level, you get to choose to put a point into one of them. And they all start at 1. Their maximum is 50, they all start at 1, and you get to put a point in each time you level up. So that would mean 196 levels, right? No. There's 98 levels. You level up 98 times. Maximum level is level 99. If you start at level 1. I don't think the game actually tells you what level you are. But, yeah, it doesn't tell you your current level. The other things, HP, the experience for the 10%, that goes up as you are hit by enemies and as you hit enemies. Not with your spells, with your whacking stick. That goes up. MP, experience, 21%. That goes up as you spend MP. Defense, 37, 21% experience. Defense goes up as you're hit. An agility experience of 38%. That determines how big that space you can move in is. That goes up as you move around the overworld and as you move in combat. The further away you are at the end of your turn from where you started your turn, the more experience you get towards agility. Ooh, these 3. Rock. Yeah, like, water is my strongest spell, but it has very limited range for most of its attacks. Like, I could barely get 2 of them with that. Aw. There's also accuracy. I don't know how accuracy works in this. Interesting thing about water, though. This dealt about 60% as a level 3. Look how small level 1 is. It deals about the same amount of damage, but it only costs 1 MP. Level 3 costs 3 MP. So the only reason you use a higher level water spell is to cover more of the battleground with it. Another interesting thing is MP goes up naturally as you walk around. You don't have to like do special stuff for it. In combat, MP only goes up if you hit them with your stick. So that's why you're incentivized to hit them with your stick, because it makes your MP increase again, or go back up. Alright. Yeah, and sometimes the camera angles on this kind of suck. But as you can notice, the combat doesn't take you to a separate screen. It's happening on the overworld. It's happening in the overworld area. Also, it's relatively easy to escape from combat. You see that faint yellow ring going all the way around? That is the parameter of the combat arena. You reach the end of that, or you go outside of that, you can just escape from the combat. Like almost any combat you can escape from. I don't think you can escape from bosses, but there's actually not that many bosses. I'm trying to find... This map gets sometimes confusing at times, because it is three-dimensional, as you can see, but you're not really moving in a 3D space. It might as well have been 2D, but I actually really do like some of the... Yes, I'm in a wall. Some of the character animations and the way they look. Some of these enemies look fascinating. Like these, like, rock worms, I guess they are, or whatever they are. They're using air-type attacks, but they act like they look like rock elemental type things. I don't know. There is a spell I could use to find out. That I don't use that often because you're wasting a turn. You can only cast one spell per turn. And I actually do have to check the map in this area because I suck at navigating it. This does not show which way you are facing. This points to your current location. Another interesting thing is, alright, if I were to say walk over here, or go here, you can't really... Ooh, level 2 Soul Searcher. Oh, I can get multiple with that. Alright, what that did is it put a magnifying glass on several of the enemies. Now, if I target one of those enemies with a spell that can actually target them, I got hit by a spell that froze me in place. I can't move. I can't get closer. I can't even rotate, which is the really annoying part of this, because most of my spells do better if I rotate. Would be better if I was facing, like, just a little bit to the right. I'd be doing so much better. Oh my god, just let me move. Let's try a rock. God, I'm not even moving and all your attacks missed. And yes, the game lags a little bit the more characters you have on screen. Okay. During his turn, it showed his stats on the screen. There we go. Alright. Now I can move. God, it's lagging more than it ever has lagged in the past. You're just out of range. Alright. HP 50, Defense 9, Attack 10, and several other stats. If I place myself correctly here, if you hold X, or B as it would have been on the classic thing, you can orient the camera a little bit, but it goes back down to default afterwards. Screw you! Wait. Anyway, that fight just sucked because I got frozen at the start of it, which is like the worst thing that can happen. Getting frozen just screws you because it locks your orientation. Doesn't let you spin, and a lot of your attacks are based on your current orientation. This took me forever to find. Doesn't look like you can go down there, right? Looks like a cliff. That's the direction you come at this from. From up there. That's the only way to get here. It is not very telegraphed well. What? It's not telegraphed very well. There. Yep, that's two of them. Oh, I only got one. Wasn't worth doing level 2 then. Boop. And it's not that I'm necessarily over-leveled for this area, it's that my water spells are over-leveled in general. Because they really want you to kind of balance stuff out and go at it at a slower pace, but I didn't feel like doing that. I'm thinking. Because I genuinely don't know where I'm going right now. Or where I'm supposed to go right now. I might go back to that ship in a moment. I think I will go back to that ship and see if I can do stuff there. Those things are very weak to water. You hold B to, or X in this case with the way that my stuff's mapped, to orient the camera behind you so you can see where you're going. Because for some reason, they never have the camera directly behind you. Like, it rotates slightly as you're moving, but if you're making like a sharp turn, it's going to take a while for it to catch up, and that can really hurt your orientation and stuff. Whee! Yeah, I'm heading back to the... Ooh, these things are fun. I haven't fought many of these. Fireball. Missed. They use actually pretty dang high level stone spells, and they actually take a fair whack. I don't instantly kill them with my water spell, which means they're actually probably the highest level enemy in this area. Hi. Now I'll go for a wing cutter on you. About there. I kind of want to get my butt kicked, is the thing. You kind of want to get your butt kicked because that's how you level up your HP, that's how you level up your defense. You don't want to be just one-hit killing everything all the time, or else you're never going to survive against stuff you can't one-hit kill. So yeah, I'm going to head back to the dock and go across, because I'm trying to find West Karma. Because that place I went to before was the Glencoe Forest. The Glencoe Forest is supposed to connect to the Blue Cave, but I don't know how to do that yet. I don't know how to connect to that yet. And according to my guide type of thing, I'm not supposed to be there till a lot later anyway. Let's go here. Bap. I'm working on upgrading my HP right now, more than anything else. Well, yeah. Bap. Okay, then I'm gonna actually heal, giving them a chance to hit me, and then bap. Yeah. I've been having a lot of fun with this. A lot more fun than I thought I would. I want to see if I can use that ship to get to the next area yet. That might be the West Carmont, because Larapold comes before the Blue Cave, and the Blue Cave is supposed to connect back to that forest. Oh, I missed entirely. I'll go to about here? Just got one of them. That was a waste. Alright, here. Got those two. Good. The Frog Knights move very slowly, which can be sometimes kind of annoying. Ah! And yeah, the enemy encounter rate is pretty dang high in this. 2, which can also be somewhat annoying at times. And yeah, every time you move the right stick like a spell, like, okay, doing this, Water Pillar costs 1 MP. Any of the other movements I do, the 3 on the left side, that one all costs 2 MP. Now, this next one costs 3 MP. If I go like that, and also, you might notice this is interesting, if I press down, and then down, I get Ice Wall, Walking Water, Ice Knife, and Water Pillar level 3 as my choices. If I press left, I get Healing level 2, Drain Magic, Escape, and Ice Wall as my choices. If I press up, Drain Magic, Walking Water, Soul Searcher. Exit, return, all these other stuff. Which I don't know what those ones do, but... Right, talk to me. Oh, okay. So that's how you transition. West Carmont, finally. Alright. I can show you the other thing that you use to level up your abilities. If I can find it. Let's see here. Okay. I have to constantly check the map. Okay, so it's probably over here. Ooh. A bunch of were-rabbits. Haven't seen them in a while. It might be a stronger form of it. Nope, they're just were-rabbits. Were-hares. Yeah, these guys are from, like, the first area of it. That's a stronger guy. Just out of range. Ooh, he did not take much damage from Water Pillar. Let's see, you're slow. Just looking around for it. Oh. I'll know it when I see it. Okay. Well, that might be Drain Magic. That'd be kind of dangerous if that hits. That's ice. Ah! I got frozen. And it lasts for like 3 turns. Alright. Good. I'm going to use this spell. That's just frustrating. And they're actually pretty strong too. Also, that is irritating as all hell. Alright. Healing a little bit. Still fucking frozen. Nice knife. Fucking hell, something hit! Stop freezing me! God! This is just an annoying fight, because I keep getting frozen. I can't move to close in and actually use my attacks. Because water has no range whatsoever. And that's what I'm specializing in, is water. I have no range. Frick. Okay. Go, killed one of them. Gotta go for healing. Try to get back some of that HP. Obviously, these ones are water elementals, and they're using their frickin' ice attacks, and they're pissing me off as a result. Alright. They also have a decent amount of health, which is also frustrating. I need some MP back. Some trouble with joystick drift as well. So occasionally my character will walk like straight down, which has screwed me over sometimes because character orientation matters. It matters a lot. Yep. If you notice, that symbol that shows up above them when I can hit them with a stick, it goes away if I turn away from them. That was annoying. I am looking. God, this is so... Trying to figure out where it's referring to stuff. I think it might be talking about over there. Once I max out my water, I'm going for rock because I need range. I started with water because I need healing. Water is the only healing based one. Alright. I think it might be talking about up there. I have to check. Because there's no real treasure in this game. Those. Alright. See this thing? This little bubbly thing here? See that question mark that shows up? That is the other 98 items you need to get everything level 50. You find one, you get to choose to level up one of your skills. find it interesting that they have were-hairs here mixed in with the higher level enemies. One thing I do like is that when you beat a combat, he does that little jump. That jump will orient you into the direction you were facing before the combat started. I need to mark something off since I found that one. Okay. I think I can already skip. I can already see the next one. So, every time you find one of those, you get a level in a spell. Every time your character levels up, you get to choose one. And that's how you get to 200, because there's 98 of those, and you can level up 98 times. Ooh, that's in the evolved form of those guys. You face hellhounds in the first area of the game. That's really, the range on the water pillar is basically the range on your thing. If you can hit them with your staff, you can hit them with water pillar. If you can't hit them with your staff, you can't hit them with water pillar. That's what it comes down to. Does this show? It doesn't show overall experience, which is annoying. No, it does. That 97% is overall experience. Okay. I'm going to check the map quick. Yes, I'm going this way. My next one is near Cold Hazard, so left or right? Right there, so right. My joystick. Oh, I'm literally frozen. Fucking hate when they do that. Because I can't even turn to face him. So I can't use like anything to hit him right now. I can barely hit him with Wing Cutter because that homes in on enemies. Everything else is based on orientation. Hit him! God! Why is my accuracy so low? Like, I had to use so much mana. Alright, that was me just leveling up, so now I get to select an element again. Alright. Now I'm going to check the map and make sure I'm going the right way. Alright, I actually have to go over here. Rock. Orc Jr. Orc Jr. I need some mana, Orc Jr. Also, Rock can't hit if you're on top of the enemy. Or if the enemy is on top of you. It's okay. I need to find over here. I need to find the hut. Ooh, okay. Hi, wolf goat. That was terrifying. But I think that was Avalanche, which is like the highest level rock spell in the game, like one of the highest damage spells in the game. Going after you. care. Going after this one. Don't care. Making sure that one dies, because that one could freeze me. I'll get some mana back from killing you. And we're just going to water pillar you. I don't know what the maximum mana is. The maximum HP is like 500. And you actually get some HP each time you kill a boss. Like, the first boss gave me 10 extra maximum HP. I think the second boss gives you 20 or something, or gives you another 10. But I've only killed one boss so far. And yeah, his character animation is really doofy. Honestly, that's my least favorite part of it, is his character animation. I only hit the one. Don't you dare. Okay. Okay, good. Yep, if you notice there, I turned it completely around after beating that, because I was originally going in this direction, and they spawned mostly behind me. Come off it. They're actually pretty weak to that, but they hit hard. Probably don't need to heal as often as I do, but using MP gets you more max MP, so there's no real downside to using it. There should be... There it is. Alright, now where exactly is this? Okay. There it is. Yeah, almost maxed on water. Actually, okay. Let's check the interior of this house. Is this a... It's not an inn, but... Yay! Okay. This is a save point. And I did actually save, even though it said, are you sure you want to exit without saving? It's weird like that, because it has you go back to it and all that stuff. Is there a day-night cycle? I actually think this does have a day-night cycle. That's the thing. Alright, this is Cold Hazard, which is apparently where they want me to go next, because they want me to get to Normoon. Okay. Yep. Alright. Plateauish rock. Ooh, I actually really like that. That's actually really well done. Looks nice. Ooh, interesting enemy. enemy type. Scare the bot. Now that's an interesting conundrum. I can't reach it very well because it's literally flying off a cliff. Alright. Heal. Alright, onward. Ah! You can see the rock going through the world. Alright. Now this seems pretty one-directional. I'm trying to figure out... Okay, so there's a plateauish rock I need to find. At some point in this. Travel, 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 onward. Oop. Nice Galabot. Fire. Yep, that's experience. Okay. I never figured that out before. Now, something that happens... Oh, I keep wanting to use the right stick for camera, but nope, that's how that's mapped to your magic. Because N64 only had one analog stick. That was that range? Nope. And down, over, heal a little bit, and continue onward. This is a pretty big cave. Or long cave, I should say. But it only seems to have enemies in those open areas. Such as this. Wow, okay. Looking for... I missed. I'm actually kind of irritated that I missed. Okay. I'm actually quite happy the bats are here because this Wyvern took a lot of hits. And if it was going every turn, I would have actually been in trouble. I should have gone for level 2. That was my mistake. Two of them with that. Ooh, that did a lot. See? That, like... Alright. As you guys aren't too hurt, but they do attack a lot. Ooh, leveled up. Nice. Okay, I think that's the second one I talked about. Okay. There are treasure chests because there are items. Like, if I press this, I do have items. And some enemies drop items as well. It's just they're not the most useful. That is terrifying. Yeah, that's a scarecrow, alright. Oh boy. Okay. He died in one hit. Try to get to the other side of this rock. Yep. There it is. Level 50 water! Yay! Check. Okay. Now I can work on trying to get out of this place. Alright, I think this over here is the exit. Okay, so here. Have a massive amount of health. They're just visually terrifying. I love some of the enemy designs in this. They are just terrifying sometimes. I think this is the direction I'm heading. Yay, it is. Killed one. Hit 3, killed 1. Only hit 1 that time. Water pillar. Punch. I don't think I was quite at the range for a level 1 water pillar to hit, so there we go. Heal. Okay. Good thing I healed. Alright. Invalidity. What does that do? Don't know. I don't think that does any extra damage compared to level 1, so... Ooh, those are strong. Alright. what the next thing I fight is, I might have to punch it a couple of times to try to regain some health. Ah. Okay. At least that gave me some time to regain some mana. Oh, fuck off. Fuck off! There we go. 137. 142. So it has over 279 health. Wow. Okay. Heal. Quick. You I'm going to punch to death. Like I mentioned a lot earlier in this, punching. I'm hitting them with the staff and I call it punching. Hitting them with the staff gains back mana, as you can see. If you like, pay attention here. I have 28, hit them, 29. So if you're in a space where they're not going to hurt you much, but you're on low mana because you just fought something that hurt you a lot, it's pretty safe to hit them with the staff. Let's go space myself here. Hit those two. But if you have a lot of mana, it's better to just cast a spell that can kill them. As long as the game doesn't make it miss. Alright. Let's heal quick. If I hold down this button, it makes the camera stay behind me. I don't really care. I don't really need items. I might come back to those later, actually. Miss. Freaking hell. That hit. 143. 134. I don't really care about the items that much. So, ooh, alright. Stone time. Put myself here. Oh, I didn't quite hit. Water pillar. Heal. Keep on going around. Oh, some scarecrows. Rock does some more damage than it did in the past. That's like perfect placement for level 3. Alright. Go about here, face that way. another chest. Which still, don't particularly care about chests. Alright. That just missed the spacing. 45. Good less than I sometimes give them level 1 heal. God dang it. Hit the fricker. Alright. You can always pick up the items from chests, but if you have multiple of an item, if you already have an item, and an enemy would say, drop an item normally, they won't drop it. They have no chance of dropping it if you already have the item. So, since I never use items, because it takes a full turn and you might as well be doing something like casting a spell, I never get drops from enemies, because I already have the items that they normally drop. I do actually really enjoy this combat system, but yeah, there's way too many enemy encounters. At times. Alright, right there. Alright, first hit. Alright. Second hit. Alright. God damn it. There we go. I need MP. Healing potion. Honey bread. Also, I find the scaling on items interesting, because... Alright, let's go through the front. Honey bread gives you HP 100. I got this in the first town in the game. I didn't get 100 HP till long after I killed the first boss. Like, here's how early I got it. This teleports you to the first town in the game. I got this before the thing that would teleport me to the first town in the game, which you get in that town. Dewdrops, not that much. This is the second town in the game's teleport item. This is a consumable. Double your range of movement in the combat. Freezes enemies. This, I think, this is a quest item. This is the first quest item. So I got everything that came before that before I beat the first boss. I got this from the first boss. More honey bread, fresh bread, HP 50. Like, that's the starting item. You start with 50 max HP. I think. Or maybe even less. 150 recovery. I've got like 4 of those now. Look at this, Hero's Drink. 40 recovery MP. I don't even have 40 MP yet. HP full recovery. Literally, I've got so much healing stuff because I prioritize water and because I put all my points into one spell type at a time. Basically, I broke the curve on this game, because if you balance your stuff out more, you're going to have to use those items. But since there's no currency the way it works, is that those towns, those early towns, have people in them that if you don't already have a specific item, they just give you one of them. One of that item. This cave is pretty freaking long. About here. And how am I doing on experience? Oh, 72. I might level up in a little bit. Once I get to the next town, I'm going to get some spirits. Boop. It is very easy to get turned around in this, by the way. You might be wondering about that. It is annoyingly easy to get turned around in this. Miss. Hit. Alright. Should be able to kill you with this. Yep. I do like that the different elements have different utilities. I just wish they were maybe paced out a little bit differently. Because it takes quite a while. It takes a lot of points in each thing to unlock useful abilities. I don't know how many points I had to put into water before I got the healing spell. But it wasn't immediate. It wasn't just like an instant unlock. And this game is relatively short. Kind of. That's cool. That's a cool effect. I actually kind of like that transition. Oh, this is actually really kind of creepy. It's cool, but I don't like it. I haven't actually checked the map since I entered this place. Yeah, no. I was checking something. A unidirectional pathway. Should be getting to Normoon soon. Pretty interesting area. That was interesting. Like meaningless for the most part, but interesting. I don't know why I bothered punching that. Alright. Oh my god, hit! stuff misses so frequently. Because there's no way to like turn the camera. It's all just like orient behind you. Turning the camera in this. Oh, this looks like it might be the entrance to this area almost. God, this is a long path. It is a long path. The worst part is, how am I going to get to the other side of it again? Because I don't have a teleport point in that place. The closest teleport point is there, and that's probably closer than... That's definitely closer than this entire cave system has been. But this cave has taken a while to go through. There we go. Transition. I think this is supposed to be normal. Alright. Hey. Hi. Okay. This is the annoying part. Alright. Alright. So, head down here. This is one of their fields. You figure out how to enter said field. There we go. Now, there it is. And the check. Controller just seems to have stopped working. There we go. Alright, and then we got this one. This. Right. Then we leave this field if we can find the exit. Walk up and over here, and this field, there it is. Alright. Okay, and I'm getting close to a save point in this, so I'm going to be quitting out once I can get out of this field. People randomly. Okay. I'm just exploring a bit. Even though I never use items, it's good to have them. guess I need them. At some point. For some reason. I don't know. 2 packs of fresh bread. That's actually kind of useful because I have okay HP. My defense isn't bad. That first boss wrecked me. I actually died against the first boss once. Because he could deal a lot of damage per turn. Like a lot of damage. And I really couldn't deal too much damage to him per turn. And I had to keep spending MP to heal. Like, I could barely out-heal the damage he was doing, but I didn't have much MP to spare, so I couldn't really hurt him either. But he was constantly tearing through my resources. This is kind of the thing that makes me think that there used to be a system for money. Green wings. There we go. Now I have the item that takes me to Normoon. I still have to go quite a ways in other places, but I have the item that takes me to Normoon now. What's in here? You don't interact with doors to open them, you literally have to walk into the handle at the right direction. Okay, so that's the guy who will give me honey bread if I use my honey bread. Okay, so that's the safe house. This house. I'm just exploring everywhere before I go on. I wonder if this boss is going to have the windstone? Because they have the big windmills here. Huh. That kind of makes sense. Now there's a nice character in here who you might have seen at the start of the stream. This person. They're just going to be randomly around the world as we go. Okay. Alright. And this will be the save point. Alright. Look at that. 50 water magic. My HP is so low relative to my progress on that stuff, but whatever. I can actually do some quick math here. According to my checklist, I have found 27 spirits. Alright? So those 27 spirits, if I put them all into the water, would bring it up to 28, because everything starts at 1. So that's 22 plus 5 plus 1, so I have leveled up 28 times, and I have found 27 spirits. So I've gotten over 50 of the like 100, so of the almost 200 that I need, but just barely. So like level wise, I'm like a quarter of the way through the freaking game. Like there is so... It's a lot of grinding. Anyway. Overall. Anyway. On that note, thank you for watching, or yeah, watching, because I didn't have a viewer the entire single time I was streaming. That's fine. It's been forever since I've been on here, but I'm going to try to do it more regularly. I make that promise a lot, but I am going to try to do it more regularly, just doing random games instead of trying to do a specific series. So, yeah, I'm sorry to the people who want like a continuous thing like that. It's going to take a while before I get into that aspect of it, if I ever really do. But either way, thank you for watching, thank you for joining, and I should make another video eventually. But for now...